get an email from a colleague that's so polite it almost feels like a slap in the face? Or have a coworker who agrees to everything in a meeting but never follows through? That's the subtle sting of passive aggressive behavior. And if you've been there, you know how confusing and frustrating it can be. In today's video, I'm sharing how to spot it, address it, and manage it all through biblical lens. First things first, let's define what passive aggressive behavior actually is. You've probably seen it, or maybe you've been guilty of it. When someone indirectly expresses negative feelings instead of addressing them openly, it might look like a backhanded compliment, sarcasm, silent treatment, or even worse, sabotage, like missing deadlines on purpose. Passive aggressive behavior can create an environment of tension and mistrust. It's like a slow leak in a tire. It might not flatten the tire instantly, but eventually the tire becomes unusable. So you may be asking, why do people resort to passive aggressive behavior? Great question. It helps to understand why people behave this way. This behavior many times stems from fear, confusion, inability, and I mean this wholeheartedly, the inability to express anger or frustration, or the desire, and we've all known these people, the desire to maintain this nice persona on the surface, but culturally or personally, they might feel like direct conflict is unkind or unprofessional. So they bury those feelings, only for those feelings to steep out in an unhealthy way. The key points here is that passive aggressive behavior is often masked, hiding genuine concerns behind surface politeness. Recognizing this can help us respond with understanding rather than anger. As believers, we have a unique perspective. We're called to speak truth in love. Ephesians 4:15. While it's tempting to meet passive aggressive behavior with frustration, or even with more passive aggressive behavior, our faith encourages a different approach. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to becoming angry. James 1:19. God's word reminds us that words and silence matter. When we encounter passive aggressive behavior, we have the option to respond in a Christ-like manner. It doesn't mean being a doormat. Instead, it means addressing issues directly with grace. Remember Proverbs 15:1. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Recognizing the signs. Notice the patterns early. Sarcasm, vile comments, back channel complaints, so you can address them before they escalate. Seek to understand. Try to uncover the root of the issue. Could this coworker be overwhelmed, fearful for job security, or dealing with personal struggles? Empathy helps you respond more effectively. Communicate directly with love. If you feel comfortable and it's appropriate, speak to the person privately. Express what you've noticed and give them space to share their perspective. Use the I statement, like, I've noticed some tension lately. Is there something I can do or anything you like to share? Avoid blame and focus on facts, not assumptions. Set boundaries when needed. If the behavior persists, set clear boundaries. That might mean documenting interactions with HR or reiterating that certain behaviors aren't acceptable. Even Jesus set boundaries. He spoke the truth firmly but lovingly. Boundaries aren't unkind, they're necessary for healthy relationships. Pray for guidance. Ask God for wisdom to handle the situation in a way that honors Him and respects everyone involved. Sometimes the best approach is simply to pray for the person's heart and for your own heart to remain open to reconciliation. In a professional setting, we're called to excellence, integrity, and kindness. Reflecting Christ doesn't mean ignoring problems or letting people walk all over us. Instead, it means addressing conflict in a way that preserves dignity and values each individual. Our unique goal is to promote unity and peace wherever we go. Before we wrap up, here are a few quick tips. Stay calm. Your tone often matters more than words. Document patterns. If it's a reoccurring issue at work, keep clear records of incidents. Use company resources. Speak to your manager or HR if needed, especially if you feel threatened or consistently undermined. Encourage healthy communication. Promote open dialogue in team meetings and set precedents for honesty. By acknowledging passive aggressive behavior and addressing it appropriately, we can transform the work environment into a healthier workspace where respect, kindness, and truth thrives. Remember, the ultimate goal is bringing light into every corner of our lives, and that is including our work. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who might need this message. Let me know in the comments. Have you experienced passive aggressive behavior at work? How have you handled it? Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay encouraged, stay focused, and keep shining the light. Be blessed. Take care, my friends.